afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. We will be landing in the airport in just a few minutes.
Hey everyone, here we are at the Navigraph Academy. And yes, my friends, I'm going back to flight school. Yeah, we're going to do some flight training here with the Navigraph Academy. Navigraph has launched a new flight training program, VPPL, Virtual Private Pilot's License course. And yeah, we're going to take it together here. So let's give you a quick rundown of what this is all about. And first of all, if you're wondering if I already know how to fly, and I've been done real world private pilots training, and I've done my real world ground school, why would I want to go back to flight school? Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. In reality, I find flying a real airplane, GA type aircraft. The airliners are a different thing in flight simulation. But when it comes to GA flying, I have real world experience with GA flying. I've been through my pilot training, my PPL and ground school, all of that long ago. And so you're wondering why I'm doing this. In reality, I find it much easier to fly a real GA aircraft in real life than I do in the simulator. I struggle. I don't have any problem with the airliners. Like I said, that's a different thing. But I struggle with the GA aircraft, and I think it's got to do with the views and so yeah, I can land a GA aircraft so much better in real life than I can in the sim. And that's got a lot to do with the views. You're losing the sense of feeling. It's a different experience when you're in the sim. Yeah. So I decided, you know what? This course is designed around flight simming, right? The virtual flight sim pilot, which we are here in the flight sim world. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to try and take this course. I know a lot of the information, a lot of the theory of flight and all that I'm familiar with, but they've set up this program based on real world flight training. It's certified flight instructors that have put this all together. The commercial pilots, they're flight instructors, they're simmers. So they designed this specifically around virtual flight training. So I thought maybe this will help me become a better virtual GA pilot. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do a series of videos, and we're going to check this out and see how it is and how the course is. I've watched a few of the videos. I kind of got an idea of what the course is structured like, and it looks pretty good. So I'm going to take you guys along with me, and you guys can see how I do, crash or burn. We're going to pass and get our virtual pilot's license here, or we're going to make a muck of it. We'll see. But anyways, this is it. We're here on the home page. This is the Navigraph Academy of Flight Training. So this is the home page right here on the home page. I'm not going to read through it all. You can see it. We're going to do it all together in a minute here. But just give you a look at the homepage. It just kind of outlines everything. There's lots of videos, well put together videos for you. You can see they're going to have instrument training coming soon and instrument approaches. So that's all good. I kind of also wanted to take this course because I'm not that familiar with the G1000, and they use the G1000 here in this Cessna. Um, so it's going to help you along with the G1000 and stuff. We'll see. When it comes to the instrument approaches and stuff like that. But anyways, I'm not too worried about that. And then yeah, it shows the people here are the flight instructors. They've got virtual reality, or not virtual reality, flight simming experience, and flight instructing, and commercial experience. And they've put this whole program together, and it's intuitive and well structured. So we're going to take it together. So that's it. That's the homepage. You can click on that. You can go over there and check it out. You can see it's academy.navigraph.com. If you just go to the main Navigraph page, you'll see a little link at the top for Academy, tab at the top for Academy. Just click on that and it'll bring you right here. Now, to take part in this program was designed for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I'm sure you can use it with any flight sim, but it's integrated with Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. So if you want to take advantage of all the scoring and the ratings and it tracking along, you're going to need Flight Sim 2024. And to connect it to Flight Sim 2024, you're going to need Navigraph Hub. We come over to the Get Started page. It shows you everything you need. There's a Get Started video here. There's a thing here for install the Navigraph Hub and the Navigraph Symlink, which connects it to the sim, so they can monitor and score your progress and stuff in the sim. Give you a quick look. First of all, I do have a Navigraph subscription. I have an annual subscription. None of this is sponsored by Navigraph. I pay for my own subscription. I'm not affiliated or sponsored by Navigraph. I have a Navigraph subscription because I love Navigraph. To me, it's the icing on the cake, and it's the thing that brings my whole sim together. So you're going to need the Navigraph Hub. Give you a look right here. There it is. There's my Navigraph Hub, and you can see the hub connects you with everything in your sim. It controls my AirX cycles here from my Navigraph subscription. Every month, this gets updated to the latest AirX cycle. Fantastic. All my avionics, the G1000 in Flight Sim, the G3000, 5000, the avionics, the G3X. You can see now Navigraph Academy is now in here because I have it connected with my hub now. Navigraph charts in-game panel. It's in there in the sim. I can go to my in-game and bring up my Navigraph charts and get access to all my charts. I like Navigraph charts a little better because I really like the Jepson charts. Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 uses the Lido charts. And I like a lot of the other benefits you get with Navigraph. There's so much to it. But anyways, there's Navigraph. There's SimBrief. My SimBrief is integrated. You can see all my PMDG stuff that I got going right now. That's all linked up with my Navigraph. Yeah, my Navigraph just brings my whole sim, connects my whole sim together when it comes to navigation and whatnot. My Phoenix A320 is, connected with Navigraph, and same with my GTN 750 from TDS. I have the Pro upgrade for that. Yeah, so you'll need this Navigraph Hub, great little thing. Just puts it all together, keeps your sim running nice. So we'll get rid of that. And then you'll need the Navigraph Symlink. That's just a Symlink that will let Navigraph charts connect to your sim and integrate with everything. A lot of people might have that already. But anyways, this is the whole get started page. You can see down here, there's a download link for both the hub and the sim link. So you get all that, and once you got that, and you got your Flight Sim 2024, you're good to go. So then you can continue on. There's your course catalog. You saw this kind of on the main page. This is our PPL course. Now I've already gone and done the enrolling. You can see I'm logged in. So when you come to this page, you'll see a login. You'll have to log in. You set up a Navigraph account. It's 100% free. And also, this Navigraph Academy is also supplied 100% free. And so is SimBrief. SimBrief is free. The only thing you won't have access to on your Navigraph account would be the Navigraph charts. And if you want access to that, then there's monthly subscriptions. But since I just use Navigraph all the time, it's my go-to. I just have the annual subscription, and once a year I just renew that, and I'm good for the year. And yeah, I have all my Navigraph stuff, so it's great. So yeah, you just go in and you log in, and yeah, you're ready to go. Just have to hit resume, and we can go on and start the course. Yeah, then there's my flights. As you can see, I haven't done anything. Been waiting to bring you guys along with me here, so I haven't started anything. So you don't see, it hasn't tracked anything yet. Then there's your exams, right? Your exam stuff will be recorded here when you do your exams. Now on the bottom, there's resources page. I found this pretty handy. Um, Let me see. Right here, Cessna 172. Navigraph has gone ahead and put together a checklist for their program here for the 172. I can bring that up for you. Bring that over. It's a PDF right here. We're halfway down the checklist here. There we go. It's the Cessna 172 checklist. We can open that up. And yeah, and they got their it's a modified checklist kind of to work with the virtual. Everything is designed around flight simming and the virtual flying, right? So they emitted a few things that you would do in the real world, like check your seatbelts, check to make sure your doors are secured, stuff like that, just to kind of shorten and streamline it for flight simming. They've gotten rid of a lot of the stuff that a lot of us don't use in flight simming, and they just added all the key core stuff. So there's a list of or look at the checklist. You can pause at any time and go and take a look at it. But just give you a quick run through, and so you can see what it is. So we can move that back over to the other side, to the other monitor, and we're good. So yeah, so you can go and get those. I would recommend printing it out so you have a hard copy or a paper copy to look at, like you do in the real aircraft, right? Then they got the Cessna 172 user guide right here. I'm pretty familiar with the Cessna 172. Done a lot of flying in this Cessna aircraft. Done all my flight training in Cessnas. I started in the Cessna 150. I've flown the Cessna 172. Yeah, so. And below that, there's control bindings. Now, these are interesting. And I've gone ahead and already done my thing. I'll bring this up for you. Let me just bring it up and show it to you. Here it is. We'll just give it a quick click so you can have a look. I don't know why this page is always a little stuttery for me when I bring it up, but it is. But yeah, it goes through and shows you the key bindings for different controls that you might have. Now I'm running the honeycomb trifecta. I'm running the alpha yoke, Bravo throttle quadrant, and Charlie rudder pedals. So yeah, I clicked on the link to the Bravo, and this is their recommendations on key bindings for your controls. And I'm telling you right now, this was part of the problem I'm having with flying in the sim, and why I have so much problem to flying GA aircraft in the sim compared to real life. And a lot of it has to do with these views. So I've gone and set up my yoke and my controls according to what they're showing here, and it's making a world of difference for me. Just that alone could have solved my problem. But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna take the whole course, and we're gonna get our VPBL. Um, and get our Navigraph license. And there's your honeycomb Bravo quadrant. So I've done their recommendations. They say they recommend not to use this. They say the use of this control, this flap control, does not give discrete information about current flap values. We recommend using the slider below. So I've gone ahead and made sure my slider was mapped to the slider, just like in the airliners. I use this side right here, and I don't use this. We'll see for Navigraph. And I've gone ahead. The only other thing I have different, I think my fuel mixture is here instead of here. But if I want, I can go in and I can change it. But I've kind of followed their recommendations and what they're doing. Their reasoning for why they do set it up the way they do, right? So I'm sticking to that logic, but I have a few of my own tweaks, especially with the views. When you go see the views, they give you recommendations of values you should be setting your zoom and stuff like that at. Um, you're going to have to tweak that. That's going to vary depending on your um, what resolution you're using. Are you using 4K? Are you using 1440? Are you running 1080p? So the values they give you are going to be general values. I think the values they used were kind of around 1440p. I have a 4K monitor. I'm using a 4K monitor, so the values were a little different for me. I had to go and tweak them, and plus I tweaked the view. I understand why they have the view the way they have it, and I'll explain why I do things the way I do it as we're going. So yeah, your views, the zooms, and the height and stuff of your seating and how they got you situated. They'll explain all that in the program. Can vary depending on what native resolution you're using for your sim. So yeah, set up your yoke, you set up your flight controls. I'm also using the rudder Charlie rudder pedals. These are pretty much plug and play, but they do show you values on setting up the sensitivities and stuff, and that's made a world of difference for my rudder pedals and the sensitivities and how they work. Just yeah, it's been great. I love it since I've set up my rudder pedals. So yeah, so we've got our system set up the honeycomb way, and they got this here for you. So yeah, there's that. We'll close that. Don't want to mess myself up here. End up closing down everything. Okay, so yeah, the links are all here. This is all on the getting started page for you. Okay, so that's it. Or not the get started page, the resources page. Then, yeah, the get started and then the course catalog. So we're just going to continue right along and move on. So we'll come over here, we'll click resume, and there you go. It's taken us to our course. I'm on the get started page. Here are all our lessons, one after another, right here. Um, we're going to go through. I'm going to do a whole series, and I'm going to do one after another, and I'll show you my ratings and my scores, and you know how we make out and how it's going. So if you're interested, you can follow along and watch me make a muck of myself. But yeah, there's 14 ground school lessons. There's 14 flying lessons that have to be passed. As you can see, I got 0, 14. I haven't done any of them yet. And then there's 2 exams that have to be passed, right? And then there's this video. This video is like 25 minutes long, so I've watched it. I would recommend you guys go ahead and check it out. You can find it on YouTube also, but just for the sake of this video, we're going to try and keep things a little slower. But you can go and I would recommend checking out their videos are great. And this is the first lesson. Now, the first lesson, you don't have to pass anything. You just have to go into the lesson and go into the sim and start it and get familiarized with the aircraft and everything else. Yeah, and get set up to start your training. And then your training is going to start here with effects and control. These are the first 2 lessons. I don't think you have to pass it. I think this is one, I haven't checked it out, but I think this one is just going to take you through to the effects of your control systems and stuff. And then I think level flight and turns is where we're all going to get started here. So we'll go into the first one. It says go to lesson, introduction to aircraft and familiarization. I always have so much trouble with that word. I don't know why. But anyways, go to lesson. And here we are. First part of our course. We'll play this video. I'll play this video here. There's a few videos here. This video is 5 minutes.
Welcome to Navigraph Academy and the Virtual Private Pilot's License course. This course is designed to enable anyone to learn to fly in our most modern flight simulators. Maybe you felt overwhelmed by complicated setups and vast amount of different aircraft types and realism settings. Perhaps you're struggling to understand how to maintain altitude or navigate your way around the world or take off and land. Or perhaps you've enjoyed flight simulators for some time, but you want to sharpen your flying skills to match real-world flying standards. This course is as real as it gets. We're confident we have created something uniquely realistic. We will make use of real flight training methods and focused on what's important, such as attitude flying and pitch and power techniques, just like you would in real life. We're even replicating the timeline of a customary flight training course. Briefings, guided flight sessions, and flight analytics will make sure you'll get the maximum training value at all times. The course is made up of a number of lessons, and each lesson will teach you a core flying skill. A core flying skill is a specific maneuver or flight procedure that you can master to perfection, such as turns or visual navigation. In this first course, you're going to master these fundamental flying skills, which is a great base for learning to fly any plane, be it an airliner or a small general aviation aircraft, in any simulator. The end goal of this course is to attain the skill set required to attain your very own VPPL, a Virtual Private Pilot's License. We will use the iconic Cessna 172, one of the greatest training aircraft ever produced. For this course, we're going to use Microsoft Flight Simulator as our simulator. In it, you'll find the Cessna 172 fitted with the G1000 avionics suite, which is available in all game release versions. This means you can jump straight into your flight training with us. We've gathered an amazing team with a ton of aviation teaching experience to guide you on your flight training journey. We're in for a great ride together. And before we begin, I'd like to share a bit about my background. I bring 3 decades of experience in aviation safety and training, with extensive expertise in transport category aircraft and a broad range of general aviation experience. I will serve as your flight instructor, teaching you the practical aspects of flying, including aircraft maneuvering and operation. Joining me, I have great aviators to help. Martin is our ground instructor, and he'll be giving you the meat of the course. Martin is a former airline captain and a long-time certified flight instructor. Having written several books that are used in private pilot training in Europe, he's a perfect match to teach you the science behind everything we're going to do.
I will be teaching you and helping you to prepare for your flight lessons throughout the course. And in this role, I will cover the theory behind flight, hopefully giving you all the amazing insights into the aerodynamics of the flight maneuvers that you will get to fly. I will also be explaining the procedures, the aircraft technical systems, and a lot more. And whereas Jason is more focused on the practice of flying, I will be here to tell you all about the interesting theoretical knowledge behind it all.
Andy will be your guiding voice on all matters related to flight simulators. Andy has been flight simulating for many years and knows a lot about how to achieve amazing virtual flying experiences. He is also a trained commercial pilot and former airline pilot, so he knows a thing or two about the realism of modern flight simulators.
I'm here to help ensure that you, as a student, have a positive learning experience. We all know that getting started can be a daunting task, and in my role as a community manager at Navigraph, I hope to alleviate many of the difficulties by guiding your flight training journey, such as configuring your flight controls and selecting the best simulator settings. I also join in at times to discuss real-life aviation ties and trivia that relate to your flight training sessions. For example, there are plenty of lessons to be learned from real-life incidents and accidents and how they have shaped why we fly the way we do today. Finally, it's important to address both the differences and similarities between virtual flight training and real-life flight training. There are some key differences, but you'll probably also be surprised at the level of realism that is achievable with today's simulators.
Your journey starts at our training website, where you can access our in-game training sessions. All of our content and our missions is 100% free, but if you're not quite ready to start training yourself, feel free to continue watching our videos here. You'll experience all the training and theory that is included in our courses.
See you at the Academy and in the airplane. Don't forget to subscribe and to leave a comment. This way you will not miss our future training videos and you will be supporting our educational content here on YouTube. See you up there.
All right. Well, there we have that. This is going to just explain a little more. They got a couple more videos. Oh, I feel like I got to sneeze here. About setting up the aircraft. This is for 2024, which is what we're going to be flying it in. So we'll check this. Okay, this one is a 23-minute video, and it's about setting up the aircraft. So we're not going to go through and watch all that, but the first video was good because you got to meet got to meet our instructors and tell you a little bit about it. Now we're ready for takeoff. Now it's time to go to our briefing. Theoretical knowledge into practice. All right, let's go to briefing. All right, this is our briefing video. Okay, and then we start our flight. So this is basically, I think, going to explain what the video says. So let's check out this video.
Today is all about getting to know your controls. No pressure, just making sure we're all set up and ready for training. Find your lesson by going to Activities, scroll to the right to Custom Content and click Lesson 1. You will find yourself on the ground. First order of business is to check your controls. Try the quick view buttons. Then explore the different views. There are 4 different views to choose from. Make sure you can access them all. Then move on to making sure you can use your aircraft controls. Looking down to the cockpit, you should see your yoke and your rudder pedals move as you move your control device. Make sure they travel in the same direction. It would also be nice to see the trim wheel moving when you trim, as you can see here. Great. Look up again. Try increasing power. The aircraft will move. Brake to a stop. Nice. Once you feel you explored all your bound controls, end the flight. The lesson will be marked as completed back on the website. That's it. Have fun.
All right, well, that seems simple enough. And yeah, this is explaining what he just explained up top. What you need to pass is there is no passing criteria on this lesson. Launch the lesson to complete it. That's it. So this is this first part's pretty straightforward, pretty basic. Okay, next part is we jump in the sim. So let's go do that. I'll see you there in 1 second. All right, we are back. Here we are in the sim. And so we want to go to activities. And we want to go to the end, custom content. And we want to look for Navigraph Academy. Oh, there it is. Navigraph Academy right here. So we want to do lesson 1 is the introduction. So we'll click on that. Test your camera views. Make sure your standard view settings match those in the video. Check keyboard binds, camera views. Practice using different viewing angles. Confirm you can quick view left and right behind. Okay, pitch roll, yeah. Rudder pedals. Test your accesses. Okay, we're ready to go. So we'll start flight. Now I don't have any special scenery or anything. Great, let's go. Ready to fly. There we are. I thought we would have our engines going. I'll shut everything off here. Okay, let's check our views. That's the view that you want there. That's going to be my main view there. So yeah, that's working good. We bound all the keys. There's our instrument views. You can see everything there. We can move our yoke. That's great. Reset button back to our normal view. That's good. There we go. They all seem to be working okay. That's our main cockpit view. Perfect. That's all good. Let's check out our window view. Looks perfect. Perfect. And look 120 degrees. Perfect. Right or left. Right 120. Can look behind us. Yeah. We'll check our, whoops, hit my mic. There we go. Yeah, that's all done. And our rudder pedals, which I've gone and configured to their settings. Hang on a second there. Just had to get my chair situated. Sorry there, folks. But yeah, just getting everything sorted. All right, so our views are working. Everything's working. All my key bindings seem to be good. Let's test our our trim. Our trim's working. Okay, let's check our throttle. That's right. Our mixture, rich. Yeah, that's good. So our axes are all okay. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah. And our switches are okay. Our parking brakes. Yeah, everything's mapped okay. Fuel pump, pitot heat. Yeah, we're good to go. And let me try my flaps here. I don't have my power on, so my oh, they're working. It's not coming down, but the knob's going down. Yeah, so there's 10, 20, 30. So that axis is working. So great. So let's go. Start that. Turn our fuel pump. No, not my fuel pump. No reds. Good. Turn our battery, our alternator on. Turn our fuel pump on. Mixture full rich. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Should good. Lean it. Fuel pump off. And we can go ahead and crank her up. Our fuel's on both. There we go. Got our engine started. Kick our avionics on. Plug our heading indicator. Yep. Everything's working. Yeah, they got theirs zoomed in just a little bit, but I've got the height and everything pretty much set up the way they do it. But I like to use my my HSI down at the bottom. I understand why they got it zoomed in, and they don't want people to use the HSI. Right at the beginning of flight training, let me turn my RPMs up here. You can tell just by the sound of it how it's idling there. Yeah, they want people to get used to general aviation the way you're supposed to, based off real world flying. It's how I was taught when I started my flying, looking for landmarks and stuff like that. But let's get our mixture. It should be up there full rich. Let's kick off our brakes and test our braking and stuff. Our rudder pedals. Brakes work fine. Rudder pedals. Oh, so much better since I've tweaked my rudder pedals. I was running them plug and play. Whoa. Okay, getting used to. Let's restart. That was kind of weird. Oh, there you go. You saw me. I couldn't even pass my familiarization. it's not gonna make me restart everything again. So let me test that again. Flip over on me, man. When you get to that, she's not sure what's different here, but yeah, she definitely wants to flip over on me when I try too much rudder pedal. I might have to adjust that or slow down. There we go. Just getting used to the sensitivity. I guess that's why they call this a familiarization. Yeah, I've redone all my settings. I'm used to my rudder pedals the way they were before. Now there's a lot of movement. It's at the end where you, when you go on full rudder and it like wants to, you know, if I adjust the curve just a little more, then it won't be so sensitive. But if you manage your speed like a walking speed like you're taught in real life, then she seems to turn okay. So I'm going to leave it like this, and I think it's just a matter of me getting used to the feel of it and everything else. So yeah, we're good. And our brakes. Let's try those flaps. Our flaps, there's 10, there's 20, full flaps 30, flaps up, and our mixture is good. We can lean out our mixture. Let's get our RPMs up there. There we go. We slowly lean out our mixture. Watch our RPMs climb. There's the drop. And we'll put it right back there. And there we go. We're leaned out. So yeah, there we go. That's the familiarization, everybody. We'll exit now the sim. Because we're all done, I think. And let's see what it says here. Make sure your standard views. That's everything we done. Okay. And I guess we just end flight. Action. Yeah. End flight. And there we go. That's the introduction. The next one was the effects. Let's bring this back up. Now it says starting lesson. Oh, it says lesson in progress. Flight debrief. So I guess you gotta wait a little bit for it to link up. Oh, and there we go. It's linked up. Flight debrief. It checked. Didn't take too long. If it didn't go well, you can restart the lesson. But we go view the analytics, and the score is 100%. There was nothing to pass, even though I wrecked an aircraft. But yeah, so we're 7% done. So yeah, that's the first part. My next one, I'll do a video on the next one. So we'll go back to my flights, and we can see right here now it's logged in flight number 1, and exams are still empty. We haven't done any exams yet. So that's it. And we're back here, and now we're 1 of 14. We have officially started, and it's showing passed here. We'll go do this one on the next video, and then we'll continue on. So that's it. This one was a little longer, folks, but just want to take you through, let you see a couple of those videos there, and let you see what you can expect if you want to take this down the road. In a couple of videos ahead here, you're going to see me actually start our flight training, and we're going to the scoring is going to start, and we're going to have to start passing our tests, our flight lessons and stuff. Okay, we'll leave it there. And as always, folks, if you stuck it around till now, thanks for joining in. I invite you to join us on this journey, and we'll see how it goes. And hopefully you sign up for the Navigraph Academy and do your flight training. If you're like me and you're a real world pilot and wondering, what do I need to take that for? Yeah, but you're having problems flying aircraft in the sim because it's different than our real world counterpart, then yeah, give this a try. It's going to help quite a bit. But we'll see you in the next one, folks. As always, remember, keep the blue side up and stay safe, my friends. Later.